Welcome back to Mobius Final Fantasy and the Final Fantasy X event, A Dream Within a Dream. Still here in the beset area where we just unlocked, I believe, the Trial of a Summoner. So maybe we finally learn the Summoner's Art, which is the specialty of this event. Jimbo.
Well, that definitely looks like an Aeon. I can't take credit for calling him, though.
Then what could it want with us?
A fight.
Okay. Mouse.
Well, you tried your best, and you failed.
Looks like we win again! What? He can't just do that!
Great.
You!
An Aeon.
Are you sure she's ready for...
I'll be okay.
You have gained the power of summoning and got Valefor. You're now able to summon Aeons in combat. Make sure to utilize Valefor to its fullest in the upcoming battle against your Jimbo. From this point forward, your deck will be comprised of a main deck and an Aeon. So you no longer have access to a sub deck, because that is replaced with your Aeon. Take that into consideration in your deck setup. There's a Jimbo again. You will be able to use the summon button at the bottom left of the screen after a certain amount of turns has passed. Ow. Yeah, we're not supposed to defeat him without the summoning. There's Valefor. Sonic Wing. Energy Ray. Whoa.
Lost, if you know what's good for you.
Phew. Talk about a close call. You sure picked a good time to awaken your talent for summoning. One more second, and we would have been just another bloody footnote in Palamecia's tale.
You know me. I love to keep you waiting in anticipation. I assume we have you to thank for that.
I did nothing but say an earnest prayer, that you might succeed where you had failed before.
Prayers don't usually count for much in Palamecia, but I'm glad it worked this time. Thank you, Yuna.
Okay. Let's continue onward. Aeon ability, yeah, Valefor possesses flight and wind abilities, Aeroja, Shineja, Sonic Wing for single target and stun, and Energy Ray, also the ultimate Energy Blast. Aeons will be automatically recalled after battle, but can then be used right away in the next encounter. Choose an Aeon that best suits the types of foes you'll be facing. Yeah, for now that doesn't matter because we only have one, but we get a few more. But for now the enemies are so weak that I don't need the Aeon.
Well, you tried your best, and you failed.
Aeon Growth Spheres. Valefor Sphere. Enhancing Aeons so the Aeons get their own sphere grid. And you have to use it now. Aeon Sphere Grid. Use the Aeon Sphere Grid to strengthen your Aeons in combat. Aeon Growth Spheres may be set in the purple spaces for basic attributes and have them auto abilities. Let's start. Okay. So we have Aeon Growth Spheres, so the purple, which is for all Aeons. Also, there are spheres for each individual Aeon later on. Not this one. We have already one Valefor sphere, right? And like it is with a normal sphere grid, in the first one of its event, there were actually battles on the sphere grid, which were super easy and just wasted your time. Of course, you could be lucky and have some nice drops. The sphere grid that lies ahead is specific to Valefor. Set Valefor spheres here to raise his ability levels and learn Valefor specific auto abilities. So this is basically the job overview. Lots of speed and pretty average attributes otherwise. Stop. Valefor Sphere. Ability level up. To make Valefor's abilities stronger. I suspect this is kind of like when you use ability tickets to overdrop boost your ability, your own ability cards. I rarely do this because I keep my abilities for other stuff. Here, overboost. Because it is extremely expensive for a few levels. And I'm jumping around with my abilities quite often.
Time to die! Rocket stuff! Here you go!
Can't lose this fight.
Train all you want. You'll never catch up.
Crystals. Very good.
I've gotten used to calling forth the Aeons, but I'm still having trouble keeping them in line.
You shouldn't think of them as something to be controlled. Think of them more like an ally who lends their strength to yours.
That's a lot to ask of one of these.
Place your trust in them, and they'll respond in kind.
Good luck getting him to trust anyone. Or anything.
Look who's talking about trust. But enough talking. Time to go.
Drops that work well with Valefor. Light and wind. So use something that adds other abilities instead of creating overlap. This is actually a very bad choice I have here, but I don't want to switch it out now. Aeons absorb damage of a native element. For example, the light aligned Valefor restores HP when struck by light elemental damage. This is a very useful trait of these Aeons. Night shift. Would be cool if the Aeons were immune to status effects, like they are in Final Fantasy X. But I guess that would be a bit overkill for Mobius. And where's Ultima? Yeah, Ultima is no enemy for Valefor, really. Because Ultima only has light attacks. And therefore absorbs those.
Get lost if you know what's good for you.
And also, I'm strong enough that Ultima never got a turn, so... Use Valefor's energy ray to defeat 3 or more enemies. That wasn't what I wanted, but okay.
I got excited watching that.
Level 1 Aeon Keys Valefor Sphere.
Hey, Yuna.
Yes,
I was wondering if we could talk about what lies ahead.
of course. Right now?
Go ahead. I've got some summoning to practice anyways. I'll give you two your space. See you both in a bit.
Thanks.
Use Valefor's Sonic Wings to defeat 3 or more enemies. Hushmal.
Well, you tried your best, and you failed.
Our Nea clears. Shows just how comparatively weak Valefor still is. Before you got a few levels with him. On that Swiglet, I mean. Defeat 4 or more enemies with Valefor. Okay.
Here we go!
Okay. What is that? So seriously, what are you?
That was impressive.
Whatever it was instead. Whoa, Bahamut and I saw Ultima on the other side. Smite. There's Anima. If an Aeon loses all its HP, you will lose the battle. You will not lose the battle. Not is important, even though the Aeon retreats. As such, you can use them as to shield you from powerful abilities such as Final Attack. If you happen to fail in battle and revive, your Aeon will come back to life as well.
The dawn rises.
And yeah, now Anima is invincible and uses final attack. So effectively, to survive this, your Aeon needs to be there, because now
It's like you want to strain all you want. You'll never catch up.
Valefor is defeated, and we continue because it was the Aeon, not us, that got beaten to death. Novice Summoner Badge. Growth Spheres.
You guys finished?
Yeah, we talked, and we've decided what we want to do. And we think you'll approve of our plan.
Huh. Did you need my approval?
We'll become Warriors of Light.
We'll fight together, and together we'll save Palamecia.
You won't go back to Spira?
It's not so simple for me.
What about for Yuna then?
It's still an option, but until we know a way back, we have to have something to keep us going. It will give us a chance to find out why we were brought here in the first place. Isn't that right?
Sure is. Until we know for sure whether or not we can go back, we'll set our sights on this goal. We're gonna aim to become the Warriors of Light. And we're not doing it to forget. We're gonna give it our all together.
Are you positive this is the path you want to tread? Palamecia won't go easy on you.
We have each other.
Great! Then let it be known yours truly is here to help. My loyal companion will be here for whatever you need.
Speak for yourself. As long as it keeps him from whining, though, then good.
I'm sorry about everything before. We'll try not to be too much trouble from now on.
Yes. Now shall we get started?
Okay. Well, if that is what they decided to do, then
I think we're ready to begin our training in earnest. So maybe you can let us go ahead and clear the way.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Pacing is key.
We'll be fine.
Then go ahead and get your hands dirty.
Of course, we'll leave the toughest ones for you to clean up.
How'd I know?
Come on, Yuna.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that is enough for today. Yeah, we did the Aeon trial, and next time we continue, see what awaits us next. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.